Morning, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of Whistle, Steam, and Petrol. I thought we could spend a bit of time this morning just having a look at some of these stories or memories and this resilience and this weathering of the storm that these vehicles have gone through in the past 80, 90, maybe even 100 years. You know, 32 odd years ago, I joined a fantastic franchise company here in South Africa, a company called The Specialists. Wonderful people involved in this company, some exceptional people, each one with their own stories as well. And one thing I've learned over the last 32 odd years is that there are definitely storms that we need to weather. There are times where we need to make changes, sometimes even major changes. But one thing I've realized in these last few years is that a change is as good as a holiday, and that difficult times are times that give us the opportunity where new doors open, perhaps even a new way of life. We need to take those opportunities. And sometimes we tend to dwell or harbor on the negative side, the problems that do arise and how we need to fix those problems. I'm not saying that we do not need to focus on that, but what I am saying is look at the opportunity that is given to you. Because since I've owned vintage cars, I've noticed that if there is a problem with a vintage car, it's normally an opportunity for me to make some kind of change on that vintage car. And a change is as good as a holiday. Because once you've spent some time on that vintage car, and once you've worked on that vintage car, and once you've sorted the problems out that that car has, invariably it becomes a joy to drive. And in our lives, it's the same thing. In our businesses, it's the same thing. We need to take that opportunity to make those changes, and make those changes for the good. And if you're going to make those changes, whether small, medium, large, do it to the best of your ability. And you will see that living your life, running your business, all those changes make it a joy to drive. Like I said in the beginning, each one has a story to tell. And if they could, they would write a book. And the same is true for you and I. If we had to jot down the last 20, 30 years, maybe even 40, 50 years of our lives, couldn't we also write a book? We certainly could. And often it's said that everything is clear in hindsight. But you know, everything is as clear as daylight. If you just take the time, settle down, open your mind, and look at the changes you need to make. And that's what I do with my vintage cars. I like to take them one by one. I don't always get to all of them, but I'd like to take them one by one, have a look at the problems that they have. Most of them are minor problems. Others, like Dutch, the 1930 Buick Roadster, who upset himself and blew a head gasket, if you remember that video I made. That's a bit of not a major, but it's a big job that needs to be done there. But I look forward to that because it's going to be a change. And I'm certain when I've done that and I climb in and I turn the key, Dutch is going to perform the way he should perform. I'm busy at the moment with a 1934 Austin 10. She's a real old dame, a real old lady. But the day I finish with her, or we finish with her, She's going to be an absolute joy to drive. There are some headaches, but we will solve those headaches. And once we've done it, we're going to be happy we did. So I think what I'm trying to say this morning is, if there are things that need sorting out, if there are things that we need to sort out immediately, then get right down to it. Sort them out immediately. Whether it's in your business or in your private life, or even in that of the lives of your children. Sort them out immediately. But if we can, put them on a list, like I do with my vintage cars. Put those changes, put those problems that we need to sort out on a list, and go down that list and sort them out as time allows. And once you've done that, you're going to see driving your business, driving your life is going to be something you're going to look forward to doing, and it's something you're going to enjoy to do. So just a small bit of advice from an old hand. Make those changes. Life is a ride. And if you make those changes, you're going to enjoy it. I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Have a fantastic time. And if you need to, start making those changes. And if you've made those changes, well done. Have a fantastic week. Enjoy the ride. God bless you all. And I see you next Sunday.